Hello, hello, welcome back. My name is Courage, and I'm joined by Matt Mr. X Morello from his house there in wonderful, sunny Seaside, California. Matt, how you doing, my friend?
Doing great. I wish I lived in
I know,
California.
I just completely lied. I made that up.
Yeah, in New York's not that bad, but if you're just joining us, it's going to be Envy going up against Orbit. Envy finds himself down 2-1 in the series. Coming in this retreat hardpoint after they win that Parliament uplink. They have a little bit of momentum, though. Orbit's host here, though, Jack. Is that going to play a part of it?
Oh, absolutely. And the player I'm going to 100% watch all game long is JCap. They need him to go big. He's not feeling well right now. He was really inconsistent in the respawns this past weekend at UMG Dallas, starting off the game 2-1 right now, holding down the hill for his squad. They find themselves up 10 seconds. 4 dead, though.
As you say that, though, all 4 down and 4 Envy. You see Burns gets on the hill. He's starting out 4-1 on a 2 streak. And, you know, JCap under the weather for Envy. Obviously, you know, was at UMG, got some kind of land flu.
Happens to the best
Struggling tonight. Happens, everybody. You expect, you know, him to bounce back, though, play some pretty good games. You see Orbit going to take the lead and going to win this next rotation battle, though, Jack. Envy needs to break here. They could get a ton of time here on Statue talking about Orbit.
Happy 4-1 to start off the game. Big gunfight win by accuracy inside the hard point. The challenge coming from top attic. I believe that's Looney up there. Nice win again on JCap from Happy. Beautiful movement there to take him down. They've held off 2 waves of Envy pushes so far. 2 more players hopping inside bottom lobby. Here comes the 4-man push from Envy.
Yeah, they're going to pick up some kills, wait a little bit, try and spawn the players on Orbit out, and then push in. Accuracy picks up 1. Burns with another. You see Vicento going to pick up 1 in the kill feed. That's 3 players dead for Envy. Envy still trying to push the hill from the back. They are just flooding players in. Burns actually takes out Vicento. In the meantime, probably didn't even realize that was a teammate.
Oh,
Burns
yeah.
still doing some nice work on the hill, though. Jack starting things off 10-4 for Orbit. Could you ask for a better start if you were Orbit here?
Not at all. Up by 50 seconds. They're going to get these last little bit of scrap time as well, which will put them about just shy of 60 seconds up in this game. They also have 1 player at the rock area and top dub trying to get this break. This should be a good pinch from Orbit. Really looking to watch this player in the back of the map who's going to be happy with this battle. He's got to take down JCap in this one-on-one engagement. He does just that.
Yep, he's going to be able to finish him off, and you see accuracy in the hill for Orbit, trying to stay alive, has players coming from all directions. Envy able to get that hill back, but you see Orbit doing a nice job just trying to contest it. Somebody from Orbit actually spawned at the back rock. Be interesting to see where they start to spawn next. Vicento, he's going to get one. Orbit's going to break Jack. They should be able to hold the last, 25 seconds of this.
That spawns Envy all the way out by Statue. Happy in a beautiful power position at this bottom rock area. Picks up 1 kill, but the break coming out of Aqua. And this is what Envy really needs from this player. So far, from what I saw this past weekend, he had some games where he was starting off 1-7, 1-8, 2-9, crazy stuff like that. When he stays consistent with the help of Looney inside these hard points, Envy are a completely different team. Right now, Looney's double negative, gonna need him to pick it up. And unfortunately for him, he's going into this bottom dirt hill, which does not favor that at all.
I mean, we're at the 4th hill, and nobody on Envy has 10+ kills. I mean, a lot of guys sitting, all of them still sitting on double digits, getting close to the 10-kill mark. But you see, Happy with 11 kills, Burns with 14, Vicento with 11. Now you finally see Aqua starting to not really pick things up, but he gets his 10th kill of the game. Envy getting outslayed by Orbit, something I would really never have thought to see happen.
Orbit still holding on to a full 1-minute lead. You can see they're all spawning bottom jungle. The fire coming down from Burns. He is just on point this game. 17-10. Wonder if this is his host because he's ripping people in half at the moment. Up 106-45. You can see the one last push coming out of the Envy players from that back dub area. JCap just destroyed Burns with the movement there in the bar area. 60-second lead. The early rotation going to go in favor of Envy, though.
Yeah, and Happy was behind enemy lines. He ended up trying to shoot Aqua up on pool wall, and then Aqua ends up getting away. A player for Envy, it was actually Octane, able to clean him up in the hill. So Envy starting to make up some time here on this 5th hill. This is one of the ones you can take a ton of time on.
Aqua now beginning to heat up, picks up 2 kills, gets shut down at the back stairs. Looney firing down some stuns, just waiting for the help of his team. His front door is still covered by Aqua. Beginning to challenge this gunfight. Looney wins it. Envy chaining together some kills. They're now down by just 40 seconds. They've held this entire hard point. Looney double jumping, calling out the spawns for his teammates in that bottom window. Great stuff from him. Unfortunately, though, Envy failing to hold the back stairs. A break finally coming out of orbit, but the flank from Octane. He picks up one, gets the second as well, spots the third with the help of JCap. Envy gonna get these last few seconds, but the break from Burns off.
I was going to say, still a ton of time left in this game, Jack, but it kind of reminds you about how the first hardpoint went, right? I mean,
yeah.
You know, the guys on Orbit came out with a fantastic start. Envy didn't really start to turn things on to the second half, but Orbit just got off to too good of a start for Envy to make the comeback. This time, Orbit not with as big of a lead. Envy still definitely in this game, and it's really because of Aqua. I mean, Aqua 21 and 18 at this moment in time. He's really kept Envy in this game. Without his slaying, they'd be down by a lot.
Honestly, Matt, they actually had a bigger lead in this game. They had only an 80-second lead in game 1. This game, they were out to a 100-second lead on Hill 3. Now, just 2 hills later, they're only up by about 27 seconds. Envy doing a great job of coming back into this game. Aqua staying alive inside the hard point. Octane's AR needs to heat up, though. He's 14 and 18 at the moment. If he can begin to pick it up, we 100% are going to a game 5.
And I'll tell you what, Jack, Orbit needs to close this one out here. It goes to a game 5. If they kind of blow this game, it is Envy series for the taking. And that would not be good for Orbit's confidence, especially coming off such a bad weekend of UMG.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, though, JCap 20 and 23, Aqua and Looney doing all they can for this squad, the sub players, the big difference maker so far in this game. And they have the early rotation yet again. Orbit trying to break it, though. They find the first 3 kills. Beautiful nade from Happy. The spawns coming from bottom jungle. JCap picks up the kill in attic. Still, Envy has a chance to break.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to do it. Jack, they're going to be able to break this hill. 35 seconds left on it. They have an opportunity to tie this one up and take the lead on this hill.
Octane finds the 2-piece. Aqua and Looney clean up the other 2. 20 seconds separating these 2 teams. Octane now on a 2 streak. Matt, if he begins to heat up like this, where he picks up the headshot on pool wall, gets cut down, but the help of his teammates with these last 13 seconds, Envy gonna take the lead.
Jack, what I'm more worried about for Orbit is look at their spawns for this next hill. They got to get on that rotation quick. Going into this next one, it's going to be Envy up by about 1 second, and they're going to take the lead. See Burns win a gunfight in the hill. He's the only one for Orbit around there.
Wow.
He's going to get dropped, and you have Envy taking complete control of this game.
Matt, game number 1, Orbit looked just like this. They were able to clutch up in the final few hills to win the game. Envy, though, trying to make sure it doesn't happen, trying to make sure they can force a game 5. The spawns in back cave now for Orbit. They have to save this hill, though. They can't let Envy continue to mount this lead.
They at least have to keep it close going into the last hill. If Orbit can keep this within a an 8 to 10 point game going into the final hill, and they're able to rotate and get control of it early, they have a chance. But you see the slaying going in Envy's favor now. I mean, Aqua and Octane starting to heat up.
Aqua's 35 to 24.
JCap putting up his best game in Respawn thus far tonight. And Orbit needs a lot of help here, Jack.
Accuracy right now has been hot all series long, sitting at 19 and 29, really falling flat when they need it most. The last couple seconds of this hard point going to Envy. They were down by 100 seconds the last time we were at this bottom dirt hill. Now, between 4 different hard points, Matt, they've held the boys of Orbit to like, what, 30 seconds? Pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, and in the first hard point, it was Happy who was the one who was going to bail Orbit out. This one, it looks like it's going to have to be Burns. I mean, the hot hand for them, 32 and 30. I mean, Happy, 29 and 26. Only 1 cap to his name. You know, he's just playing outside of the hill, just trying to pick up kills, but isn't opening up the lanes for his teammates that are needed. And you see Orbit, they're going to bring this one pretty close. Looks like Envy should be able to get control of this hill, see if they can hold it for the last 20 or so seconds. You know, Orbit, they still have a chance to, as good as Envy has played here in the second half of this hard point, Orbit still in it. If they can, hold this last, maybe 15, 10 seconds or so, but it looks like Envy's going to be able to control it, and Orbit not going to rotate towards that next one, or they do have 2 players actually going to spawn up conveniently right on top of it.
Envy has completely turned this game around. They have a 40-second lead. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to a game 5 unless they can have a miraculous hold. We've seen it before, but unfortunately for them, only 1 remaining player inside the hill. He's still alive. That's actually going to be, that's Vicento inside this hard point with the sub in hand. Pushes outside of it now. 30 seconds remaining. 25 seconds separating these two teams. You just need one break from Envy. They're going to three-man push these back stairs. Here it comes. They're going to be able to take over this hard point, end the game. We're going to a game 5. Would you have it any other way to end the night? Octane began to heat up when they needed it most. Now 32 and 33. Positive 10, 13, 15. Envy outslaying their opponents when it matters most. We're going to a Detroit search and destroy.
Jack, I tell you what, this does not look good for Orbit. I mean, for Envy to come back in this series with the way they just won that hard point, this game 5, Envy looks like they have all the momentum going into that one.
Well, there we have it. Orbit, they had an 80-second lead in game 1. Envy was able to come back but not close it out. So Orbit took that first hard point. This time around, Orbit a 100-second lead, and Envy comes back again. Unfortunately for them, Envy was able to make it happen. This time we're going to a game 5. Aqua 39 and 30, 11 captures. Your MVP of that game. Don't go anywhere when we come back. The conclusion of Orbit vs Envy.